And as we all know that we are reading from Bhagavad Gita Jatharup, or Bhagavad Gita as it is, the ISKCON founder Acharya, His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. So we'll start with the prayers. Om Jnanatimirantasya Jnananjana Shlakaya Chakshunvitam Dena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namah. Sri Chaitanya Manovistam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadatmanam Dadati Sabdantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Jatapadagamulam Sri Guru Vaishnavansha Sri Rupam Satyajatam Sahagana Raghunatham Vitam Tam Sajivam Sarvaitam Sarvabhutam Parijana Shaitan Krishna Chaitanya Devam Radha Krishna Padana Sahagana Lalita Shivsha Kalidas Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Krishna Bhutale Shruti Vedanta Swami Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Sunnavadi Paschatya Deshi Sarvini Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasa Deshi Gauravani Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare. Okay. So to start, let us look at the status of Arjuna. And like every time, I will need one, or I will request one volunteer to raise their hand to read the sloka. Not read the sloka, sorry, read the purport, and then we'll come to the discussion. So we are starting from, in terms of signs of demotivation, and which we also perceive in ourselves, from sloka 1, chapter 1, sloka 2.9. This particular sloka, and this sloka goes like this, and I'll just read the sloka, and then please raise your hand, any one of you who can read the translation. Befatascha sarire me roma harsasa jayate gandiva samsate hasta takchaiva paridatyate. Okay. Anybody can volunteer? Just raise your hand. Please read the translation. Anyone? Yes, Abhishek. Please read the translation.
Hare Krishna. My whole body is trembling. My hair is standing on end. My bow Gandiv is slipping from my hand, and my skin is burning.
Thank you. So, so here we can see from example of Arjuna that when we are in a state of demotivation, what is the bodily features? So what are the bodily features? We can see from here. So body is trembling. Vipatsta sa sarire. And there is a burning sensation on the skin. And this signs means like anything that professionally we are losing grip on, though we have grip of doing the work, doing the specific work, but professionally we are losing that grip, though we have the skills, and that causes us demotivation. And in this way we can see that Arjun is kind of resembling us, where he shows a mental and emotional sign, and that mental and emotional sign is like a mental paralysis, which kind of giving a further a sense of instability. So these are outward signs. When we are demotivated, we should look for these outward signs, and we'll also now in the next sloka we will see that that what is this cause, the cause for this demotivation is fear and attachment. So there is a lot of material fear of losing things. Rather than focusing on the job on hand, we are getting defocused in fearing, what if we fail? What if something goes wrong? What if uh, somebody is no, or nobody is there to help us? And that is exactly the state of demotivation, which we are going to read from the next sloka, which is sloka number 1.3 from chapter 1. And this talks about what is the reason for demotivation. First, we have seen the signs of demotivation, and now we are looking at the reasons for demotivation. Nachak shaklom avastatum brahmati cha emana nimittani cha pashyami bipyatani keshava. Okay, so again, I'll just request one volunteer. Please raise your hand, and you can read the translation. Please go ahead. Any volunteer? Go in the book. Please go ahead.
Hare Krishna Babuji. I am now unable to stand here any longer. I am forgetting myself and my mind is reeling. I see only causes of misfortune. Oh Krishna, killer of the Keshi demon.
So now, what exactly is happening? Those were like bodily features. Now here, uh, in this area, we are dissecting that why it is happening. So now the mind is bewildered. That means originally the cause of demotivation is the mind is bewildered. So when does the mind is when is our mind bewildered? When we are excessively attached to a temporary setback or any temporary situation, right? Causing us to lose our intelligence. And that cause of losing our intelligence is a loss of vision for us to think positively. So, and we lost all connection. Then we lose all connection for any meaningful outcome that we want, and that further complicates the situation, which in this case, Arjun is in crisis, and he has, while forgetting what is the higher calling, that means what is that he has to do as a duty, forgetting that he is focusing, he is defocusing on that higher cause, and he is getting lost in lot of negativity driven by uh, one inevitably one's inevitable nature to suffer. That means I am fearing that I am going to not get success in doing a particular activity, and that is based on that judgment I am suffering. So this is the cause. So mind is the root cause, whereas in the first part we saw the symptoms of demotivation. Now let us kind of look at what could be what how to kind of get overcome this situation. And for that, uh, because that is what we all want to kind of understand and know, what is Krishna mentioned to Arjuna, how to overcome in this particular situation. So for that, we'll go to chapter 11, sloka number 33. This is the sloka. Again, I'll just kind of read this sloka, and then I'll request any of you as volunteer to read the translation. Okay, let me read the sloka. Tasmat tvam uttishta jasho lavasya jitva satrum vungshava rajyam samruddham maivai vaite niveta purvam eva nimitra matram bhava sarva sachin. Okay, what does it mean? What is Krishna saying in this? When Arjuna is in a demotivated situation, what is Krishna saying? Let us understand. Okay, can any volunteer kindly read? Yes, somebody else raised their hand. Okay, anybody else who would like to read? Okay, just Shri Mata. Okay, okay, I see two hands. So, okay, Savita Mataji, yes, you can please read the translation. Yes, please unmute yourself. Yes, thank you.
Therefore, get up, prepare to fight and win glory, conquer your enemies and enjoy a flourishing kingdom. They are already put to death by my arrangement, and you, O
Sabyasachi.
Sarvesachi, can be put an instrument in the.
Right. Thank you. So here, Krishna is mentioning that see, you there are few steps which we need to take when we are in this situation. So first he told in the sloka, if you recall, he used uttishta, get up. Please get up, uttishta. Tasmat tam uttishta, get up. Why are you like somber and sad and thinking, bringing all this negativity? And then he's saying, okay, now somebody who kind of comes up and tells us, get up from a particular uh, situation, is a very powerful imperative. How? Because Krishna is telling Arjuna, now first do a goal setting. First do a goal setting and abandon all mental paralysis of thinking what is going to happen, whether it's going to happen positively, negatively. Set the goal. Set your goal first. And then Krishna is telling Arjuna, okay, now just try to achieve that goal. Because Krishna says that to conquer or win glory, the goal to be set with conviction and specifically with high reaching targets. That means we cannot set ourselves a goal very low. It should be very high reaching, so that at least in trying to reach that goal, if we are to reach step 10, or if we are to reach step 20, we should set a goal of like step 50. So probably by that we'll be able to reach step 20. And then Krishna introduces a concept, nimitra matram. Now many of you are or many of us are already familiar about this word, nimitra matram. Nimitra matram, Krishna introduces this word by saying that there are larger plans which an individual cannot revive by anxiety. So for the larger plan, we have to focus on playing our current role excellently. If you want to become a part of the larger plan, we need to focus on our current role, whatever role we are doing currently, excellently. We need to focus on that. That is what nimitra matram spoken to Arjuna here means. And the alignment that one's personal goals must also be universal in nature, which means that it has to be aligned not only with my goal, but probably and possibly with goals of many others, so that it becomes easier. I can share one anecdote for that. Let's say if I am very selfish and I am thinking only for myself, then how many person is thinking for me? Only myself. But if I have a universal goal which is common with many other people, so they are also thinking on my behalf. So in that case, I am not the only person thinking about that particular goal. So this alignment is very necessary to achieve success and ideate. That is what Krishna is mentioning here in terms of goal setting and ideation for doing that goal setting. Fantastic. Now, once the goal setting is done, let's consider the goal setting is done. Okay. Then we should have the right attitude to reach that goal in terms of how we enact and do work. For that, let us look at the sloka that in chapter 18. And again, I will read the sloka and I'll request one volunteer, and then we will have a discussion to kind of discuss what Krishna is talking here. So let's read the sloka first. Sahajam karma kaunteya sadosham apina tachet sarva aramba hi doshena durme nagir ivarvata. Yes. So anybody can anybody volunteer? I saw Jayashree Mataji. Yes, Mataji, can you read? Yes. Translation, please.
Hare Krishna.
Right.
Every endeavor is covered by some fault, just as fire is covered by smoke. Therefore, one should not give up the work born of his nature. O son of Kunti, even if such work is full of fault.
Okay, fantastic. Fantastic. Well, if we don't read Bhagavad Gita, we'll never know how how the strength of Krishna as a motivator. So Krishna is telling Arjuna that see, like if there is fire, he's using a metaphor. Well, we are using a metaphor here. If there is fire, then there will be smoke, right? A smoke. So that basically means every endeavor which Krishna explained here, when we do a goal setting, we need to endeavor, we need to try it out, and that might have some fault, just as fire has smoke. But that should not create friction. That should not create friction within ourselves, that okay, I have done few things wrong, then I am not going to continue to do the endeavor that I have taken in my goal. Because if I do that, then I again get into the cycle of demotivation, which we talked about earlier, right? So always, we should always remember that demotivation, the word is that demotivation. We need the D part and keep motivation with us. So here Krishna is clearly mentioning that even if you fail in doing, you are endeavoring, if you fail in some of the things that you try, not to worry. We have known many large corporations and the founders of those large corporations. And if you have or you might have heard that there are very famous saying by Amazon founder Jeff Bezos, where he spoke about he started many businesses, but then out of the 10 businesses, let's say he started, 8 or 9 failed. But the one that succeeded actually paid for endeavoring in those 8 or 9, and those learnings were used in the 10th one, which became a success. So we can relate that this is coming from ancient knowledge passed on by Krishna to Arjuna almost 5,000 years back. And there is one thing also mentioned, Sahajam Karma, in this sloka, which we just read. So Krishna is mentioning that how to get yourself self-motivated, keep on doing things which comes naturally to you or natural to us. So we should keep on doing things which comes naturally to us, and and parallelly we should keep on trying things even if they are imperfect, because the inherent defects of any occupation Krishna is mentioning in the previous sloka, those defects can be overcome over a long term, for the bigger purpose. So I might make some small mistakes now, but for the long purpose, the bigger purpose, get discovered. There is a part of resolute determination. So like in winters also we see there are firemen who are busy like putting out fires, right? Many of you are in Kolkata, so you know last year there was a major fire in one of the busy business districts, and that happened in winter. So fire has its natural propensity, natural quality. So similarly, our determination is a natural quality. It doesn't affect, like when one must tolerate some imperfections. We light up a fire. Let's say one example, in winter, and we are taking the benefit of the fire. Then we have to tolerate the smoke also. So similarly, we should not doubt ourselves if we are tolerate that, okay, I was not sahajam karma, or I was not born to be excellent in these things, but I did other things better. So that is the attitude that we should inculcate for that is the formula that Krishna is giving to Arjuna. Next is how this success, when we have set the goal, how this success will look like. So for that, let us go to sloka number of chapter 18, sloka number 78. Yeah. Again, I'll read the sloka and I'll just request one volunteer to raise their hand. So So this particular sloka says, Yatra Jogeshwara Krishna, Yatra Partha Dhanurdhara, Tatra Sri Vijaya Bhutir, Dhruva Nitir Matir Mama. So this is a conclusion which is getting pulled up by Sanjay at the end of it. But it is very important for us to break this particular conclusion into uh, how success is mapped. So let's look at that here. Oh, sorry. My apologies. We didn't read the translation. Sorry. Yes. Yes, Uday Prabhuji. Yes, please go ahead and read the translation, please, from here.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Namaste now.
Hare Krishna.
Uh, Wherever there is Krishna, the master of all mystics, and wherever there is Arjuna, the supreme archer, there will also certainly be opulence, victory, extraordinary power, and modality. This is my opinion.
Yes. So this is what Sanjay is mentioning, but this is important. This conclusion which Sanjay is drawing is an important factor to understand why he is making those conclusions, so that we understand the equation of success. So the equation of success lies on few things. First is that Krishna has told several times to Arjuna, here also and previously also in previous sessions we have seen, that Arjuna, you are skilled, so use your skills in action and don't doubt yourself. And the pillars of success are or victory or vijay is dependent on few things. I that goal or that work or achieve a particular milestone, right? Vibhuti, that means I have the particular influence to get that work done, and also the integrity, right? Now the holistic success, which means that it is rooted in being righteous. It is not based on cheating or fraud. It is the right thing to do, and it is strictly in line with the goal that we have. So the conclusion is Krishna had mentioned, which are 11.33, and you can refer later. I'll share this presentation. Krishna had mentioned that, see, for anything that you feel it is beyond you, I am there to help you out. I am there to help you out. And when Krishna says, I am there to help you out, so there is nothing to fear. And if there is nothing to fear, then we know what to do. We should not take any shortcuts. This is the theme. This is the message. If you want to get to success, there is no shortcut to success. There is no shortcuts. We cannot take shortcuts to path to success. That is what the message here is given. And if we kind of summarize the if we kind of summarize and conclude what we have seen today in this particular transformation. So it's a journey of transformation. So first we have seen that there was an initial crisis, demotivation, where Arjuna was saying, "Okay, I cannot pick up the bow and arrow, right?" And and the goal was to become victorious. So he was knowing the goal, but uh, he was completely demotivated. Then he realized that, and Krishna told him that, see, this demotivation is a temporary state. It's not a permanent state. But and but a crisis of if somebody thinks demotivation or any such situation as a permanent, then what it creates, finally Krishna is calling out, or or Arjun is realizing when Krishna calls out, saying that Uttishta, okay, get up and rise. So he gets to the battlefield where, with the right goals, with the right attitude, with the right alignment, and in this way, victory is guaranteed. So this is a secret formula that Krishna taught Arjuna from getting from starting from a state of paralysis to getting to a victory. So if we had to kind of sum it up, so the beginning, there is physical exertion, there is mental confusion, and there is complete loss of direction. What is the turning point? Clarity of purpose, what we need to do, get up, what we need to do, decide, and set out a call of action. And then comes the transformation, which is now the call of action to the purpose which we have just called out, and actually take an effort, and in that effort and look to a sustainable success. So this is how the whole uh, Bhagavad Gita, especially on the point of motivation, from a demotivation to a motivation state of mind, Krishna is propelling or advising Arjun. Okay, I can see one Uday Prabhu's hand raised. So we will take some questions, and that is why I have kept my uh, presentation part little short. Okay, third position, Abhishek Prabhuji, many congratulations. Second position, Pratiti Mataji, Hare Krishna, congratulations. And first position, Ankita Mataji, Haribo, very nice. Fourth position, Meera Mataji, and fifth position, Govinda Prabhu. Okay, congratulations to all the winners. Thank you very much. I'll drop this presentation in the group. We'll also share a feedback link. Kindly share your feedback. And again, next week we will take one more topic from Bhagavad Gita. Um, thank you for spending time. Hope you're finding this meaningful. It will help uh, in terms of your encouragements to motivate all of us and our team. If you kindly give your feedback on the link. Thank you very much. Have a great week ahead.